It starts so quietly, no one even notices. You're 7 years old, standing in the middle of a room, completely still. You never throw tantrums. Instead, you're watching the adults around you, calculating their moods, figuring out exactly what they need before they even realize it themselves. And the adults in your life, they love this. They shower you with praise. They call you an old soul. They tell everyone how incredibly strong, responsible, and mature you are for your age. A 7-year-old acting like a 40-year-old has skipped a vital developmental stage. Underneath that composure, the child is psychologically disappearing just to keep the household stable. Society readily rewards this behavior because a perfectly quiet, accommodating kid is highly convenient. But there is a heavy psychological cost to maintaining that performance, one that few people ever stop to investigate. The catalyst for this usually begins when a parent falls apart. Maybe they are consumed by a big kid, maybe they are drowning in anger, or maybe they are just emotionally vacant. To fill the void, the child steps in, taking on the role of the household peacekeeper or the makeshift therapist. Psychologists call this dynamic parentification. Instead of the parent providing emotional support and a safe container for the child, the structure inverts. The crushing weight of the adult's emotional regulation falls squarely onto the child. Biology dictates that children should be needy, playful, and entirely self-centered. Yet in these homes, a developing brain somehow overrides its own factory settings to carry the psychological burdens of a grown adult. To understand this, we have to look at how we evolved. A human child is completely defenseless. Their survival is entirely dependent on one specific factor: their caregiver remaining functional and present. When a caregiver starts to fracture, something ancient and primal clicks in a child's mind. They realize on a subconscious level that if the adult keeping them alive goes under, they are in immediate existential danger. So the child makes a trade, abandoning natural instincts to play, to cry, to be messy, sacrificing authenticity to secure attachment. This isn't deliberate. It's an automatic emergency protocol to stabilize a threatening environment. In doing so, the child internalizes a dangerous lesson. They learn that their own needs are a burden that causes trouble, while the adult's needs are urgent and demand immediate attention. Losing a childhood in this way is a highly intelligent, necessary biological survival mechanism. It is the price paid for safety in an unpredictable home. But operating as a household's emotional thermostat has severe neurological consequences. Constantly managing other people's feelings rewires the architecture of a developing brain. It creates a permanent state of hypervigilance. You walk on eggshells, your nervous system perpetually locked into scanning every room for a subtle shift in tone, a slammed door, or the next impending disaster. You learn that love is highly transactional. If you can anticipate problems and provide peace, maybe, just maybe, the adults will give you a tiny sliver of safety in return. To pull this off, you build a mask. You become the quiet overachiever, the problem solver, the one who never needs anything from anyone. And you wear this highly capable persona so convincingly that you completely bury the terrified child underneath. Because this dysfunction is normalized so early in life, your nervous system accepts chaos as its baseline state. It wires your brain to feel entirely unsafe the moment things actually get quiet. Fast forward a few decades, the child grows up, but the effects of parentification do not vanish with age. Instead, they shapeshift, weaving themselves deeply into how you navigate your adult life. You might become aggressively hyper-independent, pushing people away because asking for help feels like a threat. You end up treating romantic relationships like management tasks, constantly fixing your partner, terrified you'll become a burden and be abandoned. You might even find yourself feeling completely numb or suspicious during moments of joy, because to a nervous system that was trained in a war zone, peace and stillness don't feel relaxing. They feel unfamiliar, unearned, and highly dangerous. It is a bitter irony. The exact psychological coping strategies that brilliantly kept you safe when you were 7 are now the very walls keeping you imprisoned at 30. You cannot heal this by pasting fake positivity over it. You can't outachieve the pain, and you cannot fix these patterns by simply trying out some new morning routine. The psychologist Carl Jung observed that we will do almost anything to avoid facing our own souls. The path out requires what he called shadow work. It demands that you turn around and finally face the neglected, the ashamed, and the deeply angry parts of your psyche. The actual mechanics of this cure require you to turn inward. It is about witnessing your own history without gaslighting yourself. You have to sit with the grief, the sorrow, and the unmet needs of the child you buried, and validate what they went through. This process is called reparenting. It involves going back and giving that inner child exactly what they were denied. You have to tell yourself that it wasn't your fault. Give yourself the permission to rest, and allow yourself to play without the fear of a looming catastrophe. You can finally stop managing everyone else's emotions while ignoring your own fractures. Healing begins when you recognize you are safe enough to put down the mask, allow yourself to fall apart, and finally be the one held.